Long time no see, ladies and gentlemen. With the conclusion of the Granblue Fantasy beta a couple weeks ago and the feeling of hunger that it left us after it ended, I've decided to sit down and create some videos regarding the characters that were in the beta. Gran, Catalina, Charlotta, Lancelot, and Fairy. I wanted to give short explanations and overviews of each character in the beta, collaborating with other Granblue Fantasy Versus enthusiasts and giving you guys a short rundown of each character that were in the beta. Now I would like to do this more often with other characters that come out in the future, so expect more of these when more characters come out. I'm really hoping for Narmaya or Ilsa. Please. Do it. I'll even take Valsaraga, that guy's badass. I also wanted to elaborate on the fact that these are not character guides. They don't go over the specific moves or properties of those moves. This is a video where it explains the character archetype, whether the character's for you, and of course an impression of how the character matched up versus other characters. And with that being said, let's go over our next character. Lancelot. Lancelot is a rushdown mix-up character with great options for mobility. He has fantastic tools to keep the pressure on and really confuse you as to what he's about to do next. He's definitely a character that requires creativity to play effectively. I definitely think that Lancelot will be a noob killer of Granblue Fantasy Versus, mostly because of his gimmicky toolset that he has and all the crazy rushdown tools that help him continue relentless pressure. Lancelot definitely has the potential to be nasty with mix-ups and setups, but one thing is for sure, he gives out ass beatings with a wholesome friendly smile. So really, I mean, can you really be that salty at a guy like that? I can't. He's too wholesome. Look at his smile. To start out, Lancelot has some great buttons and special moves. His notable normals consist of 5A, his 2D, his far 5C, his 2C, his 2A, his 2A, his 2A, and his 2A. No, seriously, 2A is ridiculous. Lancelot's 2A is most definitely the best 2A in the game. Just by giving him the ability to stagger pressure just solely with his 2A, and then make his 2A have fantastic range, great frame data, the ability to combo into each other, and the ability to hit confirm into a Rekka combo. Yeah, his 2A is really good. The next normal is his 2D. It's a low hitting slide, and when used properly, he can use this to go under projectiles and whiff punish his opponents from a short distance. Next up is his 2C. His 2C is the closest thing that Lancelot has for an anti-air. It's good for shutting down offensive jumps. It has a pretty big hitbox with a healthy amount of active frames. I mean, it's no Catalina or Gran anti-air, but it sure is a good one. His far 5C is his farthest reaching button. He can use it to whiff punish opponents or oppress the opponent by combining his far 5C with special moves to create a spaced pressure string. Compared to the other characters, he really doesn't have that many amazing normals, but that definitely gets compensated with his mobility, his special moves, and his auto combo string. He uses all of these different tools to help rush down the opponents, mixing up and setting up different pressure situations. Oh, and did I mention his goddamn 2A? His special moves are all quite good. It's a very rush down heavy kit that helps Lancelot turn the tables or maintain the odds in Lancelot's favor. First, he has his projectile. His projectile is a slow moving projectile that can help set up left, right, and overhead low mix-ups. Similar to Fairy's GG, Lancelot can also keep you locked down with his fireball while he teleports in front, behind, above you to mix you up and dish out some damage. Next up is his teleport, and Lancelot's teleport is a pretty unique teleport. You can use it as a normal teleport to teleport in front, behind, or above the opponent, or you can use it as an attack. When you do the teleport special move and you hold down the button, a follow-up stab comes out, which can be really good when used correctly, because not only does it have invincibility, but you can also bait out different anti-air attacks. And when you bait out an anti-air attack, you get a counter hit. And if you get a counter hit, that means you get a free ground bounce, which leads into a free combo. Next up is this Rekka special move. It's a very strong combo finisher and can also be used to stagger pressure. By the way, for those of you who don't know what a Rekka special move is, think of it as a 3-part special move that require 2 or more inputs for you to finish the special move. In Lancelot's case, you need to press the button 3 different times to be able to get the full 3-part special move. So just to put that briefly, that's kind of what a Rekka is. Now that you know what a Rekka move is, we can go on with the move. The move does great damage and can be used in ways to open up your opponent by not finishing your Rekkas and going into more pressure with his 2A or his auto combo. Lastly, he has his lunge special move where he rushes forward with his blade and stabs you. This move can be good for a couple of reasons. Mostly it's great because it's a good combo ender, but with this special move, whenever you end your combos, you can go immediately into a projectile to mix up your opponents with your unique attack. Alongside that, it's also a great combo extender. In certain ranges, whenever you do the enhanced lunge, you can actually continue your combo. So this is a great special move when utilized properly. Next, I'd like to go over his unique move. His unique move involves a teleport that could land in front, behind, or above the opponent, depending on which direction you you press with the unique button. It's a fun skill that can help you express different ways to open up your opponents or different ways for you to pressure your opponents. When you combine the unique skill with the projectile that I mentioned earlier, after a knockdown, the result can be a nasty 50-50. And that concludes our brief overview of Lancelot's normal, special moves, and archetype. Lancelot is most certain for you if you like rushdown, speed type characters. He definitely excels in offense while still having some unique defense with his teleport. Some cons that you definitely should be aware of as a Lancelot player is definitely his defense. While he does have an invincible teleport, it's not a full-fledged reversal, and it can be easily stuffed or beat whenever properly labbed. Lancelot definitely doesn't feel as stable and as whole as other characters in the roster, such as Catalina, Fairy, or maybe even Grand, to be honest. His range is relatively short compared to the rest of the cast as well, so he has to rely a lot on movement and gimmicks to be able to get around and able to do damage. But needless to say, like I said before, Lancelot players definitely have to be very creative with how he uses his teleports and his special moves. Oh yeah, and utilize 2A because it's godlike. And don't forget to smile and say GG's whenever you beat him, because look at that smile. You definitely need to be able to smile just as good as Lancelot to be able to play him. So work on your smiles, boys. One more thing that I would like to put into this video before I go. I actually collaborated with another person that plays Lancelot and is very good with him to see what his strengths are, what his cons are, and kind of match notes with him. His name is Monarch. He's a very good player in the AFGC. He plays a lot of BlazBlue, and he's very excited to be able to play Lancelot. He also has a very good Google Doc explaining a lot on the character and what he has found with him. It's sort of a guide and paper, so I'll definitely be linking that in the description down below and his information. Thank you so much, Monarch, for helping me out in this overview. With that being said, follow me on Twitter if you guys want to know anything about me or the channel. Like the video if you guys did. It really helps me out to see if you guys want to see more of these. Subscribe to the channel for more overview videos, and let me know in the comment section down below if Lancelot's a character for you or if you're waiting for another character in particular. Anyways, guys, take it easy, have a good night, and have yourselves a good one. Take care, guys.